Hey YouTube, it's Justin, aka Demonic Sweaters, here with a guitar video today. It's been a little while since I did a video fully about a guitar, but what we have here is this cool looking Harley Benton, kind of Randy Rhoads looking guitar that I picked up from Tom Music. I'll post a link down below if you're interested. And I had a Jackson Randy Rhoads Minion it was probably about 2 years ago or a year ago or something like that. And I actually kind of regretted selling that thing, especially now that the pink ones are so rare, because I had one of the pink ones and they no longer even make that color. But, I was like kind of looking for something like that again. And I've been wanting to check out these Harley Benton guitars because I've heard a lot of good things and they're very inexpensive. I believe this one was about $115, somewhere around there. They're cheaper in Europe because you don't have to pay as much shipping as you do to get them sent to the US, but still not terribly expensive even with the shipping for what you get. Now, of course, since it's one of my guitars, I plan on doing a little bit of customization to this thing because I can't keep any guitar I buy looking exactly like it did when I get it stock. And actually my first attempt at customizing this guitar, I was going to refinish it with a vinyl wrap, and I actually started that a few nights ago and it didn't go so well. Actually, I didn't like the way it was looking at all, so I stripped all of that off again and basically stripped it back down to how it was stock. And there's still a little bit of sticker glue residue on here in some spots, but I got most of it off. But man, it was a big pain in the butt, so I don't recommend doing that if you think about doing like the vinyl wrap route on a guitar. If you're not familiar with the vinyl wrap is, it's kind of like this stuff that's made for refinishing cars, strangely enough. And I've used it on drums before, and it actually does a fairly good job on drums, but I just did not like the way it looked on the guitar. It was getting bubbles very easily, and basically when I peeled it all off, it left this horrible sticker glue residue all over the guitar. So I had to get some Goo Gone and spent about 4 hours scrubbing this thing to make it clean again. So don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. But anyway, got it back to normal. And it's actually a fairly decent guitar, It feels nice. It's got a pretty thick neck on it, though, surprisingly. It's definitely a fatter neck than my Mustang or even my Les Paul. I wasn't really expecting that, but it still feels nice. It's very solid, well made. But it's not really going to be a guitar review video. This is going to be more about what I'm going to do to it. For one, I'm going to put these single coil P90 style pickups in it that I got off of Amazon for 34 bucks. I'll post a link to these down below. And my reason for doing that is I have two other guitars already that have a dual humbucker configuration, and so I wanted one with single coil. So I figured I'd throw these in there to give myself a little bit of a different sound. And then, what's really cool, and this also came from Tom in Germany, is this. This is a Duesenberg tailpiece tremolo called the Les Trem 2, and these things are really cool. Basically what it does, it's just a new tailpiece that can replace, the bar is still in the box, but I'll show you guys that later. But it can replace this part, the tailpiece down here. I can just remove that and then put this on here, and then basically it gives me like a Bigsby style vibrato bar, and I don't have to modify the guitar at all. There's no new screws that have to go in or anything. It just attaches right where the tailpiece goes, and then I put the bar on it. It comes with the bar, and then I have a vibrato. Now when you have like a Bigsby style vibrato or any of these old-fashioned type vibrato bars, they're not going to be like a Floyd Rose. You can't expect to do like dive bombs and stuff like that on it. But if you want a little surfy like vibrato action, they work good for that, and that's probably how I'll use it. So excited about that. And plus I think this with the P90 style pickups on there will give it kind of a cool retro flying V kind of look, which I'm pretty excited about. My only thing is I wish that they had come in different colors. Black is the only color that this thing is available in. And, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to refinish it. Now, why not just paint it? Basically because of where I live. I live in Brooklyn, New York in an apartment, and there's absolutely nowhere I can paint this thing. Or I would just paint it. When I lived in Florida, I would just stripped it down and hung it up out in my driveway and just spray painted the thing, and it's not that hard to do. But given I'm in New York City, it's very hard to do like the most simple things in this city. But that's just how it is. Anyway, So I'm going to get to work on this. First, I'm going to put the pickups in there. And, well, I'm going to do both pretty much at the same time. But, well, not at the same time, but I'll do... So first I'm going to put the pickups in there, and then I'm going to put the tremolo on. It shouldn't take too long to do all this stuff. I think it should all be fairly easy. So anyway, here we go. Okay, so I loosened up everything. You know, you don't have to do this, but I highly recommend loosening up all your pots and your switch and everything if you're going to replace your pickups, just because it's much easier to get to everything, the soldering iron, than trying to do it all with it still in the body of the guitar. It can make it kind of difficult. So take everything out, that'll make your life easier. And all I'm gonna do, I mean, these are really simple pickups to wire. So all I have to do is just desolder. I'm going to do one pickup at a time. So first I'm just going to desolder the neck pickup. Ouch. Careful not to burn yourself too much. And so I already did that. Now I can just pull that out of there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but... Oh, that wire is really tight in there. I hope I can get the other one through. Okay, so... got that out, very easy. I'm going to try to use the same pickup, whatever these are called, plates, whatever. I'm going to try to reuse those same ones. Also, pay attention to where you desoldered your stuff from if you're not familiar with wiring guitars. So that way all you have to do is just put it back the way that it was when you finish. So I'm just going to take this off of here. Those are some long screws. Hopefully that camera's focusing. Sometimes when I'm too close, it has trouble, it seems like. I know already that which one is the neck pickup and which one is the bridge pickup, but they can, you know, you have to find that out first. But these were easy because the neck pickup had a white wire and the bridge pickup had a black wire, so it was pretty easy to figure out. Okay, sorry, I had to switch angles there. I already got the bridge pickup wired in. Now I had to take out both pickups actually to be able to feed the wire from the neck pickup down through, because it goes through the body and then into this hole and then down through the hole that's here. So I had to take them both out before I could basically feed the wire through there. But I already think they look really cool. Look at that. Very retro looking and goes nice with the black on the guitar. So making me making me dislike the black finish a little less, I would say. Let's see, okay. So, we're just putting our bare wire here on the volume pot. And the thing is, I don't have any clip to hold my soldering joints at all, so I just basically just have to burn my fingers. That's how I do it. You know, if you were more professional and didn't want to get hurt, they make little, you know, things so you can clip all this stuff to hold it. But I just hold it with my hands, and, you know, it burns, but whatever. Not that bad. And there's plenty of solder on there, so I don't really need to add any. I think that should do it. Let's see. Yep, I think that's good. It's not the cleanest in the world, but it feels good. Maybe I might do it a little better. That's the other disadvantage when you don't have anything to hold this for you. It's a little bit hard to get it in there. Let me hold it down here. There we go, that's better. And try not to desolder anything by accident, which can be bad. right, now let's just solder it to the other end of the switch. Fortunately, this wiring setup is very easy. It's pretty simple. Just one, and plus these are single coil 2-wire pickups. So, and the original humbuckers were also 2-wire pickups. So usually those are pretty easy. In this case, just one going to the pot and one going to the switch, and that's pretty simple. If I can get, I might have to strip a little more wire off of there. Maybe not. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And that's a little better because it's got a little hole there you can feed it through. And this one I am going to need some solder because they didn't put a lot on that one for some reason. Or maybe most of it came off with the pickup. When soldering, always heat what you want to solder, not the soldering solder itself. You want to heat what you want to solder to, and that way the solder sticks to it. Alright, that should do it. Now always test before you put everything back together too, make sure it's working. So let's do that now. Alright, so the pickups worked fine. I tested them out. Basically just by hooking up to an amp and tapping on it with some metal, testing the switch and the volume pot, and everything seemed to work fine. So now let's put on this tremolo. So I guess let's just take out the tailpiece screws. I'm not even looking for instructions, but there's probably some in there. But I don't think I need them really. It looks pretty self-explanatory, but we'll see. Let's take out the old tailpiece screws. And let's see what we have here in our parts. Wow, that's a thick piece of cellophane there. I know Duesenberg makes some really, really nice guitars. My friend Ronan Conroy has one, and it's really nice. I think I need some scissors. Alright, what do we have here? A couple different tailpiece screws and a couple different washers. So maybe they have different threads on them is probably what I'm assuming here. Now let's take a look at the instructions, see what they say. Where to put those washers and whatnot. Oh, Duesenberg, Les Trem, Le Trem 2. Oh, I think it's Les Trem actually for Les Paul. Now, wow, they have similar looking pickups there. Except those are humbuckers, but that's in German. Okay, let's see the other side. Okay, here we go. Take off the strings, the stop tailpiece, remove the original bolts, screw tremolo bolts, M8 or US threads into the screw collars to test if they fit. Okay, let's do that. Okay, that one does not fit. That one does. Okay. And that one does. So this is the other one that doesn't work. After that, mount the tremolo using the fitting screws. I guess you don't need the washers? What's that for? We strongly recommend using the correct screwdriver. So what are the washers for? Oh, let's see. Oh, okay, if it's touching the guitar surface, then you use the washer. So let's check that. Oh man, this is gonna look so cool on here. And no, it's not touching the guitar surface, so we're good to go washerless, I think. Oh, actually we should look at the spring. Make sure that's not touching. You know, it's kind of tight, actually, the fitting. Is this gonna fit? I'm having trouble. Okay, there we go. Jeez, should have been a far simpler operation. Alright, I got it all put together. And I think this thing looks amazing. It looks really, really cool. I haven't even plugged it in to hear how it sounds yet, so that's what I'm going to do next. But I do want to mention that the tailpiece, the Les Trem 2, it barely fit. I had to basically, just get those screws in there. I had to kind of lift up one side while I could get the other one in. Then once I got them starting to thread, then I was able to screw it down. And, I mean, it appears to be fine. It's just a very tight fit. But I think that's probably due to this being not a real Gibson. And the tailpiece is probably just slightly smaller than a real Gibson. But it does seem to be fine now that it's on there. And the bar itself works really good. But I'm going to go ahead and do a little demo song. Record something and we'll use this guitar for every track. And we'll see what it sounds like. All right. Alright, that's going to be all for this video today, everybody. I had a lot of fun making this thing, and I really think it's pretty darn cool. So I'm going to be definitely using this a lot more in music to come, as well as more videos. Because look at that thing! Look at it! Just look at it. Looks amazing. And ridiculous. That's why I love it. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click the thumbs up and subscribe. You can stream Demonic Sweaters on Spotify and Apple Music and just about everywhere that music is streamed. Just search Demonic Sweaters on your favorite streaming music service. You can also check out my record label, which is anthillrecordings.bandcamp.com. Anyway, see y'all really soon. Later.